Zombie apocalypse.
Yo, mic check, 1, 2, what is this? You're now tuned into Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. I'm one of 4 hosts, one of 4 moderators, one of 4 opinionated brothers that make up this podcast called Imperfect Sense. I go by the name of Eric E. Mr. Dawson, whatever it is you call me, I beg you, please do not call me a fucking midget. And to the left of me, like each and every week, punk ass, whore ass, Conway's in the building.
Yo.
Yell at the people.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a special guest. She's already tripping because, the vibe's been good before we got on camera,
you
right?
called yourself a fucking midget.
The vibe's been good. But before I introduce this, this is my big teeth. Introduce this author, this queen, this lady of the day. Shout out to Andy, shout out to Flesh. I swear to y'all, this is not a 5 heartbeats moment. It's not Temptations. Like, people got things going on in life because people keep asking, where's Andy? Where's Flesh? You know what I'm saying? Like we just intertwining like new group members and shit. This is not an R&B group. Like, guys are on vacation. They dealing with family. They dealing with wives. They are still very much part of the show, man. So shout out to Andy, shout out to Flesh. Yeah, getting extra muscles and, you know what I mean, abs, and gotta, finish ass eating, got mouth and all this shit on, they can't talk right now, but eating ass for weeks. You know what I mean? So sometimes your mouth needs a vacation, and they're doing that. But like I said, we got a queen in the building who is brave enough to be in the lion's den with us. You know what I mean? Brave enough to be on this male-driven show. You want to introduce yourself, the author? Introduce yourself. She's trying to act like she's shy and introverted, but she does public speaking. She got books out and all this other stuff. Like, come on now. Okay, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
I am Taria Franklin.
Okay.
I am a Jane of all trades. Don't look at me and say,
I'm seducing you, ain't I? That's what happens. That's what happens when women get in the room. I look in their eyes, they be like, yo, it's Prince.
Lord Jesus. So I have many things going on, but right now I am more so promoting and working on my journals for self-care. I'm working on a children's book. It's going to be A through Z, all brown kids, all pertaining to hair and self-esteem. So the first one is A is for alopecia.
Okay.
So little girls.
Okay.
For alopecia, little boys for alopecia. And I'm working on an adulting book for young teens, early 20s, teaching them the stuff that I didn't learn, and I learned the hard way.
Everything going to print, or you doing like audio versions too?
I will be doing audio and I will be doing print for the adulting book.
Okay, good.
Most of the things will be print.
Big shit.
Like the journals are print, the children's books are print, but the adulting ones, I want to be able to reach any and everybody.
Yeah.
And my daughter gave me that idea because I didn't made her manuals over the years of how to do stuff so she could be independent. So she was like, why don't you just write a book? Okay, we can do that.
I'm going to get the printed version. Some people in the room that can't read that well.
Okay.
So first and foremost, bitch.
So that's why I asked about the audio.
Yes, I have audio.
I ain't gonna get into it.
But we definitely appreciate you coming on, and this is the last show in February for us, Black History. So it's good to have, a professional other than myself in the room.
Okay. And I'm
that represents Black History.
My brand. So
no, hold on. Hold the fuck up. Okay. I see what you're at. I'm gonna get your bitch ass. We got a lot of time on this. We are cutting up. We are cutting up early, man. The energy is great. Kunta was your high too,
man. Fuck out of here. Hey, if this is your first time for real, if this is your first time listening, viewing, or tuning in to the Imperfect Sense Podcast, like I said, we 4 opinionated brothers, even though 2 of them are not with us today. We talk about everybody, all walks of life. So there are no cut cards. We like to think of ourselves as the male version of the talk male version of the View, you know. So we do our thing on here. So if you're sensitive about your race, religion, gender, sexuality, or politics, this is not the pod for you. I'm telling you right now, just go ahead and cut us off, because you know what? We don't subscribe to cancel culture at all. And I, you know what? I love that ignorance that come through the DMs and on the comments.
I love that shit.
I love that shit, because I don't respond. I just be like, you know what? Have a great day, because they give you all that energy and shit, thinking that you not this motherfucker. He going fight women.
Because I get aroused by that shit. Like that shit. Like.
They get you fired up, huh?
Oh man, I love that shit.
I get it, but I don't like transfer energy.
See, that's
and you
my
kill
thing.
him with kindness, because him saying "Have a good day," they will be so frustrated for the rest of the day because you didn't feed into them.
I hit him. I'm telling you, people jump in my comment section with the long essay paragraph like they fucking Maya Angelou, and I'll be like, "Skip, we out of here, skipping right over you."
You know, it's so funny, yo.
Well,
I think I'll be like, that shit is crazy, yo. Cause I'll get you so riled up and mad, and I'll be like saying shit back, and then I just cut it off. I just go back to the message, like 80 fucking messages, like, oh, now you're running away. That shit funny to me. So when people be in that bitch, I be sitting there like sometimes, like I be Sean Brooke, like, look what people say about your dad, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, watch this. And we be sitting there laughing. That shit, I know people say don't let this transfer back. That shit not bad energy, because I got
you want that smoke,
and that shit be funny to me.
You want
like,
that? You want that?
Because it relieves. Like, today was a bad day. Let me give it something.
You want that smoke? I'm not.
Give it to
I can't. I just can't. Like and not so much killing with the kindness. It's just like I skip over it, like, because I know it's killing you that I haven't responded.
It don't take no time away from my life or none of that.
That's good. But I'm glad the energy is high in the room, because how's everybody's mental before we jump into this? How you feeling?
Awesome and amazing.
Awesome and amazing.
Awesome and amazing. I'm always awesome and amazing. I live in a positive bubble.
Yeah,
Some
me
people
too.
said I'm in an imaginary bubble.
Oh, that's me.
But I'm in a positive bubble.
Okay.
So I don't let no negativity.
What's up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Yeah, we're in the last few days of Black History Month. I don't feel like we did enough on the show to kind of highlight Black history, but I'm
here every day. My birthday's in Black History Month.
And you know what? I started to wear my shirt.
This is the point where I just talk to you. This is the point where I just talk to you. Because I don't know who fucking wrote a Champion of Courage essay about your ass.
Someone did.
Oh my God! But yo, I want to get into something. And y'all know, if you're any of our fans, any of our followers know that we be on here cutting up. The guys be on here cutting up, but we got a lady in the room, and I'm glad, just because. And I want to start off with this clip, and I'm gonna let her respond to it first. So I want to play this clip, and then it's something else that I'm gonna read off verbatim. But I want you to hear this.
Good thing I edit shit, because I had to put his code in and shit.
Oh, what's going on? Hold up.
I had to put the code in.
What you mean put the code in, yo?
I heard the click, click, clack, clack.
That's all right. I'm trying to get it to play. Are we loaded? I'm not getting any sound.
Obligated to buy you and your friends a drink if I'm trying to talk to you out of.
Now let's really
I
get
hate when
into
the men be like, "Oh, I'm not obligated to buy
Danny.
you and your friends a drink
my
if I'm
homegirl
trying to
too,
talk to you out of party or out of bar." Yes, you are. Yes, the fuck you are. You owe me a drink and you owe my friends a drink. Stop that broke shit. That's a broke man mentality. Only a broke man think like that. If you broke, just say that. A man that's getting money don't care about buying a few beautiful female a drink. And that's principle. That's not attractive. Stop it. If you don't have enough money to buy me and my friend a drink, and you see I'm with my friends, just wait till I go to the bathroom or when I'm leaving, and I'm gonna respect that more, cause you got morals now. And now y'all don't got no morals. How the hell are you gonna come to a group of females only buying me a drink? You trying to disrespect me in front of my friends? I'ma curve you. I'ma take the drink and then curve you. Where you gonna do that at? Stop it. Stop it. It's a bar. You're supposed to be buying female drinks. If you don't got money, stay home.
Okay. So, let's unpack this a little bit.
I know you was doing that today.
Let's unpack, and there's more, but let's unpack that. So
my thought of that,
Wow.
I don't expect a man to buy me and my friends drinks.
Okay.
I don't think it's a poor man thing. Women don't realize, and for women too, we don't realize how much energy and confidence it takes to walk over to a woman, especially when she's in a group of women that you're attracted to. Because and I just seen this on, I forgot who quoted this, who said it, and I agree with them, like, you got to walk into the lion's den. If it's 5 females and you feeling one, you're walking over. So all the other 4 are judging him. Why he ain't buying me a drink? Why is she prettier than me? Whatever. So I would rather you send me a drink across the room and the bartender just come and say, hey, he bought you a drink. I don't expect you to buy everybody a drink. That's not a broke man's thing, whatever. He's singling you out because he's letting you know he's interested in you. Your friends, I just tell people at the end of the day, when you get somebody or whatever, they're there for you. They ain't there for nobody else. So if anybody else don't like him, well, who the fuck is? Because he's there for you. So I don't agree. I mean, I've sent a man a drink. I've brought a man a drink. I have
that
no
happens. The
problem with
aunties
doing
got me last night, though. The aunties at the drill show got me last. They got me now.
But the thing is, when we do it, well, I can't speak for other women, but when I do it, it's because I see he's attractive. I see he's nice looking. I see he's having a good time, or he's just alone, and I'm just like, well, I don't know what he's going through. Let me just send him a drink or buy him a drink.
Damn, did they think of me like that? Like, I thought they thought I was a fucking thought. Like, damn, I was looking lonely. I was rather bright in what I had on too.
What Drew Hill song? That they got a song about people being lonely?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Yes,
man,
They
fuck
did.
that.
They
Maybe
did.
I damn.
But no, it's not even the lonely thing. It's Jesus. If you see somebody across the room that you're attracted to, it's just a good gesture. I'm not expecting. Well, I'm not expecting a phone number. I'm expecting a good conversation because I'll come over and talk to you. But to think that somebody's supposed to buy you a drink and your girls a drink, that means, okay, if he buy you a Gucci purse, is he supposed to buy your friends a Gucci purse?
Yeah, because I'm going to fuck your friends too.
Right.
That's what I was going to.
I'm going to fuck
Like,
your
so
friends.
what I want for me is for me. My girlfriends don't need shit from you.
Facts.
Focus on me.
That's facts. Now go ahead, brother. Get
So what Miss Lady said, that's the problem with a lot of females that listen to people like that on social media regularly.
this entitlement.
That is why you keep hearing this new age women, like it's no real men out here, because they depict the men of that shit. Like, if I buy you a drink, that's for you. Now, if I supposed to buy your friends a drink, now when we talking about fucking, can I get a 3-way back? Can we start 3-way back up? Because now they got to be on the line because I brought everybody a drink.
Yeah.
And for me, I know you got wifey home. Single, married?
Single.
Single. I'm single, right? This what kind of deters me, and you and I talk all the time about women and me being reserved after I got out of a relationship, about me jumping back out there, is this mindset of what it takes to be a real man. And it usually has everything to do with finances. I don't know what type of men they think are out here that are really getting it. Average man making about $45,000 a year.
It's social media.
It is. The type of men that you think got it like that, shooting a basketball, they catching the football, they holding a microphone. Those are the type of men you want. Now, there are a lot of professional men that a lot of women are not attracted to, that get down and dirty, that make 6 figures, the plumbers, the HVAC techs, and the construction workers. Y'all don't want them. Y'all want the lifestyle. And I'm sorry to say, I'm not that guy at all. Like, don't get me wrong. When I go to the club, my guy know. I go to the club, tables. So that's what we do. So
we
bottle.
So our age.
we bottle popping. But my thing is, if I'm buying drinks or the team's buying drinks, is usually for people that we know.
Exactly.
And two, I may have gotten a little saucy and said get around for everybody.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to make me feel less than a man because I see you and I want to buy you a drink and telling me.
And make you
obligated to buy your funky ass looking friends a drink too. I really low key don't want to buy myself drinks. My motto has been it's cheaper for me to eat alone.
Right.
That's been my motto. Like I can go out and have a nice, like I went out last night by myself.
Oh, bitch.
Here go the text messages, the DMs. Oh, you could have took me for what?
Yeah.
What am I taking you for?
I'm mad, though.
Well, see, like I
I'm mad,
have
though.
taken men out, and I'm not gonna say I'm the richest, but I've learned to manage my money. And what if I want to go spend $300 on a nice steak and this and this and that, I'm gonna do it because that's what I want to do. And
On a steak? That
I don't
motherfucker
really
better
eat
be giving me a
steak.
lap dance for $300. That steak better be twerking.
But I'm just saying, like me and my
steak.
friends, as we grow older, a lot of people's like, oh, I can't afford that, whatever. And even in relationships, I went out with a dude, and I never mind. When we're in a relationship, I don't ever mind paying. I never mind. If I want to do something and I invited him out, well, I don't have it right now. I didn't ask you.
That's some
And
real
I tell
shit.
my friends that too. I'd be like, hey, you want to go to this party? I ain't got no money. Did I say, hey, do you want to go to this party? It's $15. That's when you know you have to pay for yourself. But if I say, hey, you want to go out? I didn't ask you. So we get there and the bill is a little high, whatever. And he was like, you sure you got? Sir, I could have came by myself. But I wanted your company. So let's just enjoy this time. Whatever, that's not whatever. It is what it is. I can make this back tomorrow. And I think that's the difference with me because I grew up in that era. Money is the root of all evil. So I didn't want to keep money because I seen how it made people evil. So I would just spend. Now I look at money positively. Money is my generational wealth. I want to leave something for my children. So and that's another thing. You have to look at money in a different mindset too. Because people, when you spend money or when you buy a drink for one person and then you want him to buy a drink for everybody else, that's taken away from you. That's taken away from him. And then when he can't fulfill that need all the time, how are you going to react? Are you just there for the money?
Listen what you just said. Fulfill that need.
Yeah. And that's what people, I'm sorry to cut you
Go,
off,
do your thing.
But that's what people don't realize. Again, I've done a lot of self-healing, self-growth, and maturity. People don't realize the difference between need and want. Like for me, I need a weekly date night with whoever I'm dating because my schedule gets busy, his schedule gets busy. But we know at least this one night or a day, the phones are gone, we into each other. Yes, we talk throughout the week or whatever, but I need, it's not, and some people think it's a want. No, I need it because I need that security for me. I need to know that we can have conversations. I need to know that we thinking about each other. I need to just feel you. And just all to be about me and you. That's something I need. A lot of people thought it was a want. No. I know the difference between needs and want. I might want you to buy me this $500 printer. I'm not the average chick. I don't need a bag.
I'm not doing that either.
Like I might need, okay. It's business. But I might need you to invest in my business because I don't have it right now. I'd rather you invest in my business. I might want you to do it. You don't have to do it. So, but people don't know how to separate their needs and wants.
Yeah, I don't like anybody making me feel like I'm obligated to do anything because it's like people have this mindset. Yo, I don't think people are like in tune with reality and what has actually went on with the world in the last couple of years dealing with a pandemic. Like, man, the guys, we talked about this shit. Suffered when COVID hit. Like, you know what I mean? You personally, I told you like what happened with me with this COVID shit.
Lost
like,
a lot of money.
A lot of bread. And don't trust me, I don't put a lot into money. I could really care less. I've had broke days. I've had rich days.
But
like
because we needed to survive, we have no choice but to pay attention to it.
I've had that. But the thing is that kills me is these women that say, well, I need a man to pay all my bills. Let's stop right there. I live with me, right? I pay my bills, right? If you are so strong, independent, blah, 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 all this other shit, how do you lose that sense of being able to take care of yourself when you get a man? I mean, like, I want to be your man. I want to be your helpmate, your spouse. Like, because if you're looking for somebody to be your father and take care of you, I'm not that. And if we do come up with that arrangement where you want me to take care of everything like I'm your daddy, then I need to fuck your mother too. I want to fuck your mother too.
What's going on?
It's
You know what I'm saying?
I understand where you're coming from, but
mommy need to drop ass.
I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I was raised by my mother and stepfather, and my father. My father was always in my life. My grandparents were together, so I had great examples of marriages of men. Mm-hmm. The men always on the outside look like they paid the bills, they took care of the house. But as you get older, you realize grandpa was retired, grandma was still working, their money was but she never made him feel less than a man. She never put it on blast that I'm paying most of the bills and he's not. And that's how it was. It's not that we want y'all to pay all our bills. Y'all don't realize that last component, that last wall that comes down for women who have been hurt, who have been through some stuff, especially myself, is security. Mm-hmm. Because having my daughter and then her father going on vacation, that's what we call it.
You right?
It broke me because we got together. I cooked, I cleaned, I did whatever. I took care of the house. I made sure he was good. Even when he didn't have the money and we went out, I would give him the money to pay for whatever. Because that's just how, but it is that security piece we lost when he went on vacation and never got it back. Because it takes a lot for me to say, okay, he can provide, he can lead. That's the biggest thing. When us women give you that you're leading us and you're being for us, and then you drop the ball, it hurts.
Yeah,
and it's frustrating. So it's not that people just say, "Oh, I want you to pay my bills" or whatever. Some women just don't use the right wording and technology. But some
are really thinking like that.
Some really think like that. You need to take care of them, their prized possession and all that good stuff.
I'm fine with being a helpmate. I'm totally on board, but I'm not gonna live and work like a slave for you, like in this old tradition of, well, you need me to take care of the house. No, the fuck I don't. Because anybody knows me, I stay cleaning and I love to cook, so I don't need you for that. You get what I'm saying? And I don't need things to be so much 50-50.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But putting everything on me, and if it can't get I'm looked at as less as a man. If I can't take on the mortgage, the household bills, the food, my car note, your car note, and all it. No. That's what's stopping me from really taking that step to jump back into a relationship. Because I'm like, yo, why do you want me? I've already openly said that I've been in relationships and I don't even know what love feel like from a woman. I've never felt that shit. And people tell me like, oh, no.
So what does love look like to you?
For me, what I give. I've given
what you want.
What I want,
yes,
the same thing that I'm giving off. I want some type of reciprocation. If I'm sacrificing for you, like let me give you an example. Right, I was in a relationship and I had to have an operation. Right, I'm not gonna say what it was. She wasn't there. I ain't get a ride to the doctor, a ride home. I catch an Uber. But when it came to me and you needed me, I'm there. That's what love is. I'm not talking about nothing tangible. I'm not talking about never receiving birthday gifts and I don't care about none of that shit. I'm talking about showing me that you care, that you there for me. I didn't get that from none of them heifers, and I'm gonna call them heifers because I know they watching. Look, because they trying to see. They trying to see. I know they watching. You know what I'm saying? But then I'll be a bitch ass nigga if I show up with a Karen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A Becky with long hair. That see like, man, you a black king in my eyes, Mandingo little warrior. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You a king in my eyes. I'm gonna show you something them sisters ain't show you. I'm gonna show you what submission is.
That word. Oh, I'm not against submission.
Good. I mean, because I envy his relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because first of all, his woman gonna hit him in his mouth if I say hit him in his mouth, because he's a whore. You know what I'm saying? But like his relationship, kids at home, wifey at home. That's what I like. Even with the other homies, that's what you coming home to somebody that loves you. That's the only thing I'm envious. You know what I'm saying?
So I tell people all the time, I take care of my house, I take care of my kids. I don't need no one to take care of me. I just need you to add happiness. Mm-hmm. And so, if my thing is everybody wants the cookie cutter. Oh, this is what you got to do. You got to pay this. You got to pay that. Whatever works for he and I works for he and I, and I can care fucking less what you think about what works for he and I. If he want to stay at home, baby, by all means. I done that before, and I didn't work. If I want to stay at home in Frolic, then, but it all works. It's all on what works for y'all too. And a lot of people, it goes back to maturity and learning from experiences. Because a lot of people don't learn from their experiences. They keep the fucking moving and make the same mistake over and over again and still wondering why it ain't happening.
And now I'm gonna read something off.
That's some real. Hold on,
Go ahead, do your thing.
That's some real shit, because when you think about it, a lot of people that saying this shit, like they want this man to do X, Y, Z, don't have shit to offer. If say this man is working and get hurt, you can't even keep the fucking light on.
But I understand where you're going with that. And I'm a thinker, and I give people more grace than normal people. Was they ever taught that?
But that's the thing.
You
don't really know.
You don't really know,
because a lot of people don't.
It's a persona.
I got the whole thing.
A lot of people, as I'm growing, I'm 39. It took me 37 years to get a lot of things.
Fact.
And so now I'm pouring everything that I've learned about relationships, about bills, about this and about that into my children. And I tell everybody, if they can accomplish it before age I did, bitch, I'm doing a good job. I'm patting myself on the back. My daughter went to the ATM the other day and called me. She never used the ATM. She didn't pay attention when I did. How do I use it? All right, Mom, well, I got my driver's license. All right, Mom, well, I'm saving up. Like, a lot of the accomplishments she has done, I don't have many mommy moments because I'm not that overly emotional mommy. So, but these mommy moments are letting me know I did something right. Because again, a lot of things that my parents did, they did and never taught. I didn't know how to fill out an application. I didn't know how to get BG&E. I didn't know how to budget. I didn't know. So a lot of those things people aren't taught, and people still don't get it, how to figure it out. And it takes time and takes patience, because you will fall off. You will be like, all right, I'm good. My money managed together. It's all whatever. Then the pandemic happened, and you be like, oh shit.
And pandemic had everybody on the same level, and that's what I was saying is, a lot of people who's asking for this shit, like you said, they weren't taught that. So if you weren't taught or want something, how do you expect another person that you're in a fucking relationship to be that if you don't know if that person was taught to do that same shit? But if he's out there doing X, Y, Z, and you sitting there, your fucking feet in the air, you out with your homegirls on the weekend, and then tragically something happens to you,
and
you can't pull you can't pull it together. We getting eviction notices and shit. How can you have the audacity that feels though that I should pay everything if you can't even pay 50%?
Because people don't have survival skills.
And that's
our generation. We had survival skills. I'm not ashamed. My mother was out in the world. That's what
a lot of people was. Yeah.
And a lot of our parents were, but we didn't know it because it was something that we hid because we were ashamed. But because my mother was out in the world, it made me grow up a little bit faster. And that happens.
And it's systematically set up like that too.
In our era, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, like, we fended for ourselves. We washed our clothes. We did this. We had a good time, whatever. I'd been working since 14. I paid for all my prom stuff. I paid for all my class dues. I didn't ask anybody for nothing. My daughter 18 to be like, Mom, can you get my hair done?
but it's nothing wrong with that either, because you put yourself in a position to be able to say, yeah, that's fine.
And people like, you spoil your kids.
That's fine.
I do not spoil my kids. I give them the same love and things that I had. Things are just a little bit more expensive now.
Mm-hmm. And if you did spoil your kids with tangible, it's just your prerogative. You can do whatever you want to do.
But I'm also teaching them how to get their own. I'm also teaching them, because I keep telling them, get your own business. I have everything you need in my house to start your own business.
I wish more black kids did get silver spooned.
And that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm doing chat and choose like this, but with teenagers in high school. Because not to take away from anybody's parenting, but I know how stressful it is to work a 9 to 5, have to cook, have to clean, have to help with homework, whatever. And so you forget, oh, wait a minute, I got to sit down and teach them how to do this versus just doing it. And that's what I talk to my girlfriends all the time about. I'm really big on children and teaching. She'll fuss, they not cleaning up. Well, did you show them? Mm-hmm. Well, are you leading by example? Even though you're tired, I will stand on my feet for 8 hours, still cook a meal for my kids, make them sit at the table with me and talk. And then we might chill out in each other's rooms and stuff like that and talk. Like, it's, so with my teen talks, I'm just giving them what I give my kids, because all parents don't have the time. Some parents are working 2-3 jobs.
Just to make
so if I can help you out in parenting, I'm fine with that. And the biggest thing that we need to get back to is it takes a village.
Facts.
Because I grew up on a block. Everybody was related. Everybody knew each other. Miss Diane could whip your ass.
We talked about this before.
But it's like the village, because people are so scared. Oh, I don't want to give her advice. Or I don't want to do that. That ain't my child. Or I don't care. I would be doing myself a discredit and that child, and just, I could not see something happening to a child and not say nothing.
Yeah.
But it's so many people. Prime example. See, I get off topic.
That's fine. We do too.
But prime example, I seen so many men, and I know women do it a lot too, bust the windows, destroy cars, but men I've seen set houses on fire because you rejected him. And that's another thing. A lot of people don't know how to take rejection.
Underneath for that mother.
A lot of people don't know how to take rejection, and their first thing is to lash out. And that's what I tell my kids no a lot. So if they can take the rejection from me, they'll be able to do it in the real world. Because I'd be damned if you get out there and a girl tell you no and you bust upside her head. And then you whatever.
Kill her, set on fire.
Yes.
Shit like that.
Like I've seen so many, but people don't say nothing. Because you seen him whip her ass 3 weeks ago. You seen this and that. And you just be like, well, that's her real situation.
People like to turn a blind eye.
Yeah, you can't. And then if she's dead, then you say it. But you never did anything to help the situation. Even if something happens to her, at least I can say I did all that I could to help the situation.
Your conscience is clear because you did what you're supposed to do.
Right.
I'm still hurt, but it's so much of I'm all out for self.
Let me do this, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna read something off, and I'm gonna read it verbatim. It's kind of on the lines of where the clip that we played earlier went. So this lady posted, and when this video drops, we're gonna let you see this post.
You can read.
Yeah, I can read today.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not big fan of the N-word no more. For real. Like, I'll be trying to get away from that. You know, try to find another adjective to describe us. But it's in context of what she wrote. So it says, if my nigga don't cover my friend's tab while we're all out, then he's not the nigga for me. It's a turn off.
While we all out.
So I'm addressing this to you.
While we all out.
While we all out. So
okay.
if he comes out. And I've seen this situation.
Yeah, I've been out with the homies.
Where the girls are out and he pulls up, check her. Oh, I'm sitting here chill with y'all for a minute before I roll. She's saying, if you can't cover my friend's tabs with my tab, you're not the man for me. This is the love and hip hop shit that I just don't like.
My shit is gone.
But my thing is, she was already out.
And I've asked a few females, and they kind of agree. They kind of agree. So now,
like, you already had, everybody already had their money already aligned to pay for themselves. So why did it change? Because he came out.
See.
Get into it. Go ahead. Get into it.
See, I've been in this situation twice. Right? And one of the situations was, whoop de whoop, I left XYZ. Can you bring me? Because we out. All right. And I did that. But then because I'm there, you want to act as if motherfucker just could do anything.
That's more so of showing off.
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of times this shit just be
I'm not doing it.
a shit show to
other people and let them know.
Yeah.
And then at home, y'all could be cussing the fucking each other
Facts.
out.
Because that's what it was.
I'm not doing it.
And then I've been in a situation as of now where it's been like, shit, you pay for who? Like,
why is your fun costing me money?
Yeah, so it's like.
Now I can see if
you
he's
later.
just like, here, babe, I know you're going out with your girls. Here's $100 or whatever. Have fun. That's different. But to expect, nah.
Yeah, and
I ain't doing that either.
And see that, and how we look at it is,
you going out with your friends? What you telling me for?
I
ain't paying for that. I'm in this house.
How that shit look, right? Like from my point of view, it's like now you must be telling them a whole bunch of other shit. Now you giving bitches my finances. So that's why
and she's also trying to prove that her man got it.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's better than that.
And ain't doing it.
And I'm not trying to be that type of, because that first one almost got me set up.
And I know them type of people because you see them on social media when they out at dinner and they post a receipt of the bill. What the fuck we need to see that for?
Like,
why do I care that y'all bill was $1,500 at dinner?
Nope.
Bitch, I went to that, and
it's gonna shit the same way this Taco Bell shitting out of me that I paid $8 for.
And it wasn't just you and your homegirl, or you or your girl. It was you, your girl, and
all of them.
A bunch of motherfuckers. So I hate when that shit, because it's like that shit show. I'm not trying to be part of that shit. Like I'm not trying
it
to.
It has to be planned, like a birthday party. And all right, babe, how we doing this? Babe, I got you. I'm taking care of the whole bill.
I'm not even telling you that shit if it's your birthday.
Right.
And
again, I've been out with like friends and family, and they be like, "Oh, we celebrate." Oh, well, I have no problem saying, "Well, I ain't got it this week," or "I spent my budget of going out for this week, so I can't go." Oh, I'll treat you. Oh, okay.
See, now I'm on that with the planning because I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that when my ex, her birthday hit. You remember? Limo pull up.
Limo. I mean,
all your people's in here. Everything paid for.
And it also goes back to what people. I'm really big on love languages. Some people love languages is gifts and all that good stuff. So you also got to realize, how do people like to be loved? These people might like money. That's how you show them you love them.
But I'm not loving your friends.
Right. But
I'm not loving your friends.
In their mind, if you,
because I'm gonna have to fuck them.
I'm
gonna have to fuck them. Yo, like I start the rip. I pull up and y'all want me to pay for all
money
this?
should not be equated to fucking.
It is for me. If you obligating me to do that for you,
pay for your.
All right, where we going? Where we going now?
And your homies.
We going to the villa
and
everybody get naked.
1,500.
Okay. So no.
I don't give a fuck if I got $1 million in my bank. I'm gonna
hold on. That girl, whoever you're with, say, baby, I got you when I get home.
No. That same regular pussy I give. No.
It might not be regular.
No, it's regular.
It might be something
regular.
Extra.
I don't give a fuck.
All pussy regular to me.
If you hang yourself out of the ceiling like Spider-Man and suck my dick. You feel me?
I might want to do that though.
As I was making that up,
that Catwoman shit on and
I was like,
jump out the dresser. Like I'll be doing.
As I was making it up, I was like, damn, this shit sounds good in my head, right?
See?
But this the thing. Say the $1,500 bill. Now, he got us, right? Now you say, oh shit, since your man got us, can I get this to go? And that shit go on the train.
I didn't
then
see
that 15 goes to 32.
I didn't see that happen.
And I'm sitting there looking like,
y'all gonna get me bashed.
I'm sitting there looking like this. That mouth and that pussy the same. I need to fuck her and her.
Before I throw the card on the table to pay for it, before I go, bam, waiter, maitre d', whatever it is, whoever taking the bill. Wait a minute, ladies, hold up. I'm gonna take care of it. We got a little business to handle first. So, bathroom is over that way. I got enough to give.
Are you sucking a nut?
I got enough to give. I'm telling you right now.
Sucking a nut?
I'm a nut fast, but we gonna have.
Are you sucking or not? Because it's got to.
We in the back.
it's the fact, like, for me, right? And my mother told me this. Like, she didn't give a fuck how much money I had. If I wanted to put that money into a female that I was in love with, I'd do that for her. Once you start fucking doing it for their friends, that should become a thing.
Expectation.
An expectation on a regular basis. Bitches start coming out not with money.
Yep.
On purpose.
Because you can.
But it don't always happen.
It don't always
when it's men and women, because your friends will do the shit to you too.
Facts.
Yeah, and you got to cut that shit off.
And
I have no I don't think none of us have problem treating other people.
No.
But just let me know.
What the fuck it is?
Oh, you're not gonna hear me no surprise.
No.
I've been that guy, and we hit the club like, yo, we going to, I ain't got it. All right, yo, well, I'm gonna check you later.
Yeah.
If you get it, let me know. I'm in here.
Parking lot, pimp that ass.
Yeah, I'm up in here.
Hold it down in the parking lot.
But that's the obligation.
No one whips that
I like
ass.
what she said about the obligation, because
you see obligated to do
like you see these NBA players when we go to the club and there's women all around, because she told her, yo, we gonna link up with so and so. Come on, now you paying for it's an obligation. You're paid. Nah, you're not obligating me to pay for nothing.
And yo, it doesn't equate to. You setting an expectation to me that we're not really in a relationship.
We're in a business relationship.
We're in a business relationship. So at the end of the day, if I'm doing this for them, don't get mad when you see me with someone else or one of them
doing the same thing,
doing the same shit. Because it's the new Medea shit that's on Netflix, right?
I haven't watched it.
The niece of Medea, best friend, is marrying her ex-husband, who she helped them get divorced, right? And that's because it came down, she was allowing him and her to be obligated to do everything. So he's like, fuck it then, I'm gonna just get the one a little better if I'm already spending the money on her. This is real fucking life. I'm not spending money on you. Now I can see if it's like, all right, something like you said, your birthday. I might call your homegirls.
I want to do something special for you if I love you on your birthday.
And be like, all right, I got y'all. Just go pick up at XYZ. I did it. I held the fucking sipper paint for my girl's birthday. She didn't know shit about it. She thought we was ready to go out to eat. Took her to this building. She's like, I said, yeah, the restaurant on the floor is nice, new shit. Get there, all our friends there, sipping paint, wine, food, all that shit.
The thought behind you doing that meant more to her than
Fact.
the money.
But these buckethead bitches can't say Montgomery does this regularly. Because I'm not. When you do that regularly, this is why stars who have the millions and millions wind up fucking all these different joints, because you brought that joint around. Or go broke.
Yeah, and I'm not doing neither.
I'm
not leading with my wallet. Like I've been through that era where I've done that. Like it was the most idiotic, stupid thing I've ever done is to lead with my wallet.
Because every time you leave with your wallet,
because people don't get to know you.
That shit don't last.
People get to know what you can do for them.
Well, let me tighten this up before we get out of here. I'm gonna throw this statement at you. A statement that I've said, other men have said. Men aren't loved unconditionally. They're loved for what they provide. Only women and dogs and children are loved unconditionally. A man is loved because of what he provides. True or false to you?
False.
From what perspective?
She's a unicorn, yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, take yourself to have an out-of-body experience.
You can tell what she said earlier in today's conversation. She's a unicorn.
Okay. False for you.
Take yourself out of the unicorn.
So if I took myself out of the situation, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
Because society has made it seem like women are superior in knowledge, but men are superior in money. And so I don't need to love you that much. I just need to love you a little bit to make sure you spend your money on me. Like, I realized I took a month off this year, and I stayed home, and I redecorated my house, whatever. And I realized 39 years. I just realized what it felt to make a house a home. It's a love there. I mean, my other houses had all, but this one I actually took a lot of care. Always positive energy in my house. Always love. No arguing, really. We might argue and disagree, but we all know. Give me 5 minutes. You drive me crazy. Let me light these incense in this pound stick and get to it. So now, again, I'm going back to me. But I realized, and I feel sorry for the men who are in situations and they don't want to go home.
That used to be me.
Because I know how much I love being in my house. Like, if I want to go to the bar, I got a bar downstairs. I got a speaker.
Shit, me too.
I got a speaker so I can act like I'm in the club. I got lights,
that's right.
everything.
Facts.
If I want to chill on the porch, smoke a cigar or whatever, I chill on the porch. I sit on the steps.
You part of us, the cigar team.
Dude, girl.
I
tell people.
She part of us.
But like,
that's what I told you. No, she'll be all right.
When you realize what it truly means to be happy with yourself, with your energy, with your space, then that's when you look for a man that can give you the same thing. Like, a lot of men have been hurt because of men are not loved unconditionally. So when they get a real woman,
I'm happy a woman said that shit. I'm sorry, I mean it.
It's me.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off because that's
fine.
Because women don't think we get hurt.
I forgot her name is Jewel Guy. She has a book called Dear Black Men.
She need a check. She need to owe me a check now. You said her name.
I'm sorry. But she's a black. Her husband Desmond Guy. They're awesome and amazing.
That's her husband.
Yes, she wrote a book, Dear Black Men, and they have one, Dear Black Women, but it's a journal for men, and I brought 5 of them and I gave them away for Father's Day to men who I thought were really going to write in it, and it has questions like, Dear Black Man, I'm sorry that you never were heard. What situation were you not heard that you needed to be heard? So you write and get it off.
That book. See,
I have an extra one. I can give it to you.
All right, but that's what I was telling you too. When I was telling you, that's where I want to go.
But you can get it off because we have so many, and that's why me having a son, I had all sisters. Me having a son has opened my eyes to what men need and what I need to pour into my child. Because I tell everybody, I'm raising them to be good adults or whatever. So anybody, boyfriend, girlfriend that coming in their life, I got to question you. Because if your parents are not installing in you what when I'm installing my child, then that means I need to install that in you too. Because I'll be damned.
It takes a village.
If I get my kids here, they get with you, and you here, and you try to bring them down and cut them down. Why? Because I've been there. Ain't no way in hell you going to bring my child from here to here because you haven't learned. So if you're with my child, you going to learn with my child.
I'm very interested in that book. And to piggyback off that before we get out of here, what you said about not being heard, men being hurt, I don't really have an ego, right? I give it to people straightforward, right? As best as I can. Don't listen to him. Don't look at him. Don't look at him because he know where I'm going with this. And now I'm gonna shut him up because he know. I've said it privately. I said it publicly. When I went through, it wasn't even a breakup. I was dumb. Let's call it what the fuck it was, right?
Oh yeah. All right.
Women came at me like, link up, blah blah blah. I told women I need time to heal.
Yes.
They didn't respect it. They didn't even hear it. They didn't telling me you got to get on top of somebody else to get over.
No, that don't work.
No. Because if I would have done that and been out here wilding, you would have looked at me like, you dog ass motherfucker. I told you before I need to heal, but you felt as though that your basic pussy was going to heal
because
me.
If you didn't,
them 8 strokes I gave you and nutted ain't enough.
I still said it.
I'm just saying.
And that's the thing. Like, I had a similar situation with somebody. I broke up, and I was doing my thing for 2-3 years. We was talking about. He was like, "All right, now you ready?" No, I ain't even healed. This was just fun. I said, "Now I need to heal." And then we had a conversation about 3 years later, and I was like, "If I'd have got with you, then we would not have a friendship.
You'd have hurt him.
I would have hurt you because I wasn't healed. I said, you were mad at the time. I said, but I was mature enough to know, Taria, if you go into this relationship in this situation, you just gonna fuck him up and fuck you up more, and then you gotta heal from more damage that you done did to yourself and to him. Why not? And that's big of you to say you need to heal, because a lot of people. But again, when men meet real women, and that's only my definition of a real woman. When men meet real women,
not the Build-A-Bear women,
not the Build-A-Bear,
naturally born women,
naturally,
not the Build-A-Bears.
Right.
They're scared. It's like it's too good to be true. And I don't know if y'all ever seen it on Netflix, Love is Blind.
No, I didn't watch that.
I think that's an amazing
It's a good
experiment. Because it's basically, you're in a room like this, but it's another room on the other side. You can't see the person, you can only hear them. And you just talk. You get to know them.
That shit dope.
So you have an emotional connection. So finally, the guy proposed to whatever girl he emotionally connected with. They see each other for the first time. Most of them, it's all of the people in there are beautiful, if you ask me. I'm like, where did they find all these beautiful people? But immediately, the physical connection is explosive because y'all have that internal connection. And that's what most people don't need. I ask thought-provoking things just like my kids. My son asked me the other day talking about, when you and my dad started having kids, did y'all have a conversation? No. I said no. We didn't talk about how we was going to raise y'all, whether we was going to raise y'all in his...
was he basically asked you, was he meant to be here?
That too. Because he felt as though he was a mistake because we broke up a year after him. And I said, never think you were the reason why we broke up. I said, we just grew apart.
It was already happening.
Yeah,
and that's a real conversation, because a lot of people brought it, they were a mistake. My son wasn't. You know what I'm saying? My son wasn't a mistake.
I wanted both of my children, and we wanted, but
he wasn't like, oops, I'm pregnant. It was like, I know. I know. Like, I know I'm dropping quartz.
We worked.
Right.
Like I said,
facts.
We worked on it. We worked on it. So it's just like, people don't sit down and have real conversations. And I tell anybody, if you could get me mentally, you can look like a dog in the face.
Nah, but
no.
he still got him.
A pug?
Not particularly a dog in the face, but
at least
I
a
know
poodle.
what you're saying.
But you being able to connect to me mentally
Yeah.
and emotionally makes you so much more attractive to me.
Yeah,
See, that's the crazy shit about it is, like, I tell that to my son because he's at the age where he's.
I mean, and they have to go through all that.
But I started had to talk to fucking Brooke because I start hearing little shit differently. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that the matter been is we had a better time coming up. Because
we didn't have social media.
I had to actually talk to you over the phone
for hours,
and not imagine and have to imagine you at that moment. You know what I'm saying? To where I'm falling asleep on the phone with you.
Yeah,
they don't have that. Like, they pick that phone up and see what shorty had on yesterday or the day at this moment. Or what they eating and shit like that.
These kids these days, my son was like, "You survive with no phone, sir? That stuff ain't come out."
That shit is.
And so, as I keep telling all my friends, we the adults now,
right?
Because we get thrown into adulthood because we start having kids. We get at 18, they consider us adults, so they just be like, "All right, go ahead." So we had to learn this shit on our own. We had to do the trials and tribulations.
Facts.
They don't have to go through none of this.
That's why I be trying
So that's why I try to figure out, okay, how is... My son has an amazing brain. He thinks differently. Because ain't no 13-year-old going to be like, did you really... What? And then he asked me the other day, he was like, so you went through hell so I wouldn't have? Yes. But you gotta, and like I tell him all the time, because he'd be like, Mom, why you get frustrated? Because I don't understand how you think. So I'm trying to understand how you think so I can think it in my head and then reroute how I'm thinking to deliver it to you so you'll understand. And that's another thing I realized. We tell these kids this and this and that, but you got to realize at a certain age, their intellectual intelligence get spruced up. Just like at 25, our mind open a little bit more. At 30, our mind open a little bit more. At 13, my son mind is opening a little bit more. At 18, my daughter mind is opening a little bit more. So now they can comprehend what I've been saying all these years.
Yeah, because they doing it earlier than we can.
Yes, it's repetitiveness, and that's what they don't have in school and in other things, this repetitiveness. I try to help my kids with their schoolwork.
Yeah, that shit rap for me.
I can help with everything but math.
I be telling Brooke, motherfucker. 12 and 12, 24. Don't show me a box, a circle, or a motherfucking line. Don't do that. And if the teacher will tell her, come holler at me.
Facts.
Because in the real world, that number that you get is the only number you need. You're not gonna be standing there.
A lot of times they say just a roundabout number.
Yeah,
like how
shit
you not want facts?
Yeah,
facts.
so yeah, that shit crazy. But at the end of the day, just like I was saying, like they, like with my son, like he fucking so intelligent already that now that he's at another level of this smart ass, it's like damn, okay. So you seeing this already without me having to say shit to you. You know what I mean? But like I said, because now this shit here, these phones put realistic shit in their face every day so much more that it wasn't for how, like I said, like that's why I don't understand when you had. I don't understand how a motherfucker of the future can be stupid. I don't understand it because
we had to do the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
We had to go to the card catalog. You got everything at your fingertips.
Just think about it.
But
Our
you being lazy.
encyclopedia is only 32 letters in the alphabet, right? Our encyclopedia has 64 because that shit was A, B,
Right.
C, C-E.
Yeah.
And if you ain't finding it, it didn't exist then.
So I don't get it, but like the whole like what you were saying earlier, I commend you because a lot of women won't say that we acknowledge that men get hurt.
Thank you.
For real,
But
because
you do. And that's what, again, it took me to not even have a son. The relationship I had with my dad was amazing. He didn't hold no cut cards with me.
seeing a lot of
And
A lot of people didn't have dads.
Yeah, they didn't. But my thing is, again, I got a different mind. Just like my mother being out in the world, the things that I experienced with her being out in the world, I would never put my kids through it.
facts.
And that's just like my son. Him and his dad has a different way of parenting. And my son, we grew up in the era, whooped their ass and all that. My son ain't for that shit. Even because when he was younger, you could whip his ass. He ain't gonna shed a tear. It's gonna make you more frustrated. And whatever. And I had to realize, okay, this ain't working. And another example, my father cussed at me and said he was going to come and and I was like, well, that's how he was raised. I never bashed his father, never whatever. I said that's how he was raised, so that's how all he knows is how to parent. And he was like, well, if he didn't like it and it hurt him, why would he do it to me? And I said, well, you need to express this to him. Well, I can talk to you, mine, because you easier to talk to. Well, that's your father. He either gonna like it or don't like it.
Facts.
So, and that's another
He'll
thing.
respect it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where, and when I talked to him, I said, just listen. I said, don't talk. Just listen to your child. Because he's smart as a whip. And he want to know, why are you doing this or why are you doing that? And so, like, my daughter was dating somebody. He's very protective. He was like, you know how old he is? He sound like a grown man. I don't think I like this. I'm just like, Lord Jesus. Just like me, he overprotective. If I go out, he be at the door waiting.
Like Tyrese and Baby Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Build a fort, little nigga.
let's do this.
But
Let's
he's
do this.
very protective.
Let's do this. Yo, let's tighten this up. I'm gonna get final thoughts. I'm gonna start with you first, Conway. I'm gonna let her finish this. She's the lady in the room. This whole dating thing, these expectations, these women, whatever it is, you want to give your final thoughts about the conversation.
So for me my final thought is, one, don't expect a man who finds interest in you to do things for your friends because they're in the same environment. Two, if a man is telling you that he's hurt, believe that shit, because it's kind of hard for us to show our emotions for the simple fact it's frowned upon when a man actually shows emotions because he's defined as weak. So if he tells you, I am going through some shit, please bear with him because, like I said, it's frowned upon by many, not by most. You know what I'm saying? So just look at the end of the day. The end of the day, if you want your man to pay for your friends, no, are they sucking or not?
Fact. Miss,
that's my final.
Miss Taria, your final thoughts.
Dating is stupid. It is in this day and age. That's why I don't date. I just hang out. But in my theory in the whole situation, my thing is don't expect him to do something that you won't do. Because most women ain't gonna do it. Most women be like, "Who I'm paying for? What, I'm paying for what?
Facts.
And not to say that it's a double standard thing or a girl should ever pay and all that good stuff, but I just you also you gotta have conversations. And that's what I'm realizing as I get older. In dating, you have to have real conversations. Sit in front of each other, look at each other. You ain't got to go out every night. That's not what real relationships is or real marriage is. You're not going out spending $500-$600 3 or 4 times a week. So I just say expectations. You have to have realistic expectations when it comes to dating and money and paying for stuff.
And my final thoughts is I agree with the both of you. My thing is to the ladies, you're gonna end up growing old alone when you putting finances in front of everything. It's a lot of good men that are bend over backwards for you out here, but you overlooking them because they don't have the finances you think you deserve that they should have. And that's basically it for me. I'd like to thank you, the entrepreneur, the queen. She stood tall. She handled her business in here with the lions. We're gonna drop all your social media stuff and everything, and let everybody know. But everybody listening and tuning in, please subscribe to everything you see in Perfect Sense Unified Radio on, and we appreciate y'all. And we see y'all the same time, same Unified channel next week. Peace.